Hello, I'm Stephen Woodcock. I've been a financial markets professional now for over 30 years. I'm going to take a look at what's going on in the markets currently. The major thing we're looking at the moment, even though we've had the vote, it's out the way, is obviously still the Brexit situation. What I'm looking at personally is totally different to what everyone else seems to be looking at the moment, because everyone I'm talking to seems to think that that's it, it's done and dusted. We're out at the end of January with no problems whatsoever. And if you look at where cable is at the moment and maybe the pound against the euro currently, that's the way most of the market seems to be taking it. Personally, myself, I'm looking at the fact that we have still got a long way to go on the departure of the European Union, and I personally think that we've got some uncertainty and still some it's not as easy and it's not done and dusted yet. So what I would be looking at personally, right at the moment, sterling's trading around 132 against the dollar, and we're currently 117.5 against the euro on the sterling euro manner. But I have to admit, I'm not a fan of buying the pound up at these areas. What I seem to be getting from Boris Johnson at the moment is the thank you sort of comments for the the places up north that have supported him in this new era, and also seems to be ingratiating himself with the public and obviously the media. But I think this is all going to be extremely short-lived, and I think we have got some sorting out to do. And what I think we've seen is the good parts so far, which have given sterling a boost. But what I would suggest is that I don't think we're far away from the short-term sort of peak of sterling against various currencies. We've been in for a very quiet period. Over the last 2 weeks, the markets have, I think, have taken a big holiday. I think usually this time of the year we do get some volatility, and on certain days, certainly the immediate period after Boxing Day, we used to get some quite erratic moves. What I'd say is over the last period, this holiday period, the markets have been extremely stable. There has been a if you like, a dollar sort of sell overhang, but I think that's purely caused by the run up into Christmas and maybe a little bit of safe haven buy-in. We've had gold has rallied to its recent highs. We've traded up to about 15.25. Oil has traded up towards 62, and I think the dollar has been on the back foot over the last 2 weeks anyway. For the first part of January, I think it's a sit and see. Let's see what goes on with the Brexit negotiations. The fact that he's taking out concessions that he made prior to the election, I think changed things. I think the voting isn't going to be quite as straightforward as people think. So I do think we are in for maybe an uncertain, I'm guessing, first 2 or 3 months of the new year. On that note, I think we'll see markets improve this year. I think we're going to get some volatility coming through, but that I'm saying that purely because the volatility last year was quite low. So just as a sum up, if you like, I'm guessing sterling, I think we're towards the top end of the short-term range. I would be careful about, I'm going to be very careful of Boris Johnson, and the European talks will take a lot longer than expected. So that's the way I'm going to play it. Anyway, thanks very much.